Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. Today we have an awesome variety of coasters and even a ride to show off in today's episode. So stay tuned and let's check them out. Welcome back, everybody. If you guys are new here, be sure to smash that subscribe button. If you end up enjoying the video, leave a like. Come join us on Discord. We have 3,000 plus community members all sharing their creations with you, so don't miss out on the fun. Also, if you guys would like to support the show and get featured at the beginning of the month every month, check out my Patreon page, which brings us to today's episode, as it is November 1st, so we are featuring the patrons for the next few days. With that out of the way, let's get into the first Patreon submission of the day. Veli, created by Death Fears None, one of our Discord builders and Ruby patrons. Thank you so much for your tremendous support, Death Fears. And here they say, hello Johnny, thank you so much for having a platform for users to submit their creations and get featured. The coaster takes on 3 real-life coaster themes and puts it all into one ride. Based off the 13 Mystic Timbers in Verbolten, take a ride through the scenic Mystical Falls, but don't go into the dark forest. It's Verbolten. Make sure you download the files in the description so you can get a full immersive ride. Hold on tight, because that clear means you're out of here. I don't know what that means. Sit down tight, hold on tight. You're in for a fright on Velicia. All right. So there it is. As I was getting the cinematics, I heard some very creepy audio effects coming through because we did download the audio effects. And I didn't realize this was going to be a spooky creation. We just had a marathon of spooky Halloween creations. And November 1st, the first creation of the day is a spooky creation. So let's take a closer look, shall we? All right, here we are, everybody. It's a launch Copperhead Strike. Here's a look at the stats. Green across the board. Quite a long one. So buckle up and prepare to get creeped out by some of these sound effects. Let's give it a go.
If you go down to the wood today, you've better not go alone. If you go down to the wood today,
woods today. Make sure to not go alone, everybody. I gotta close that down so it stops. Okay, so you gave us a custom audio track. Wait, is that it? I guess that is. Oh boy, that was so distracting, and it was just on loop the entire time. Let me just make sure this is the right file, because something just seems wrong about that. All right, oh, looking at the download, there's like a video as well, but I didn't see no video. But yeah, that's the music track. It's all right. Very repetitive. Yeah, having that just play the whole way through is like, you definitely extend the track and just have that play at the beginning and maybe at the end, and fill it in with something in between, because that's it's a little much to take for such a long coaster experience. I mean, the coaster is all over the place. I was distracted by that audio clip just playing over and over. I had things going through my head like, should I edit over this? Should I take this out? What do I do with this? And I'm like, it's just crazy. I mean, there's some pretty interesting elements. It seemed like there was like a poltergeist, or we had some psychedelic powers. Not psychedelic, what do you call it? Telekinetic. We could push the car, and all sorts of crazy stuff was going on. I mean, this creation's all over the place. Tons of crazy lighting. It's a color bomb. It's a rainbow explosion. So many crazy colors. So many crazy things going on. I don't even know where to begin, to be honest. The audio track was distracting me the whole time. It's just such an abstract creation. It fits right after our Halloween marathon. It goes right in there. So I guess we got an extra bonus Halloween special. Definitely a creepy audio track, and I think if with some filler in between there, it could have just hit the right amount of creepiness. But after hearing it the first couple times, I was like, okay, I'm going to go insane now. But that might be the point of it. But yeah, they're just for my main feedback is watch your coaster, like ride your coaster, and move all the objects. Because not only were we bushwhacking the whole way, but we also slammed our face into buildings at times. All sorts of collision moments. I think we hit our face on these boards coming through here. There's a lot of head chopper moments, and yeah, that's just something that you need to do when you ride your coaster again. Just give it an extra QA check and that sort of thing. Definitely fix the audio track there. So this is a park file, so the other blueprints are in this park here today that we'll be checking out after. There's no other really way to do this. So having said that, I would probably focus a little bit more on your landscaping, considering it is a park file. You have all that freedom to go wherever you want, and it generally, other than a couple dips and dives, it's generally a pretty flat layout. I mean, there are some hills and stuff, but you have the opportunity to do a lot with this terrain, and it stays pretty low to the ground and just continuously launches. And I think it would have been nice to get a little bit of air time, peek out of the forest at times, go over more hills and into more caves. There's not a whole lot going on there with those. I like the spooky creatures and stuff that you had going about here. This area looks really nice. This is definitely your most polished area. A lot of work gone into these buildings. See, I would like to see a little bit more like that. But yeah, that's my feedback for you here today. Death fears none. And thank you once again for your patronage. What did you guys think of this creation? Leave your comments down below. And let's check out the next creation of the day. Cyberpunk, created by Sublime's, one of our master builders and diamond patrons. Thank you so much for your tremendous support, Sublimes. And here they say, ever wished you lived in the dystopian society? No? Well, now you can. And we'll charge you $30 for it. Strap yourself in a wicked RMC and explore what the future holds. Dash at speeds over 100 kilometers per hour and experience 9 airtime moments and 5 inversions before returning back to the station. Don't forget to add the water as some of the main drops drop under the sign after the station. Hope you enjoy. All right, we did add the water. Cyberpunk is probably the most anticipated game ever created, I would say. And this is exciting. So let's take a closer look. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at Cyberpunk. As mentioned, it is an RMC. Malice Unchained. Here's a look at the stats. Green across the board. He already said what the stats were in his description. So very good stuff here. Let's put it into test mode and give it a ride for ourselves. An absolutely marvelous RMC design on this coaster track. Holy good googly moogly. And Sublines, I want to say you're the one who did Transistor, aren't you? Let's take a quick peek at his workshop here. You did Neon, which I featured not too long ago, and he did Transistor. I remember while I was looking at Neon, I was like, are you the one that did Transistor? So Sublines has a very unique art style, which is very cyberpunkish. And Transistor, the game, and both the game and the ride have a very cyberpunk futuristic feel to them. So this is like a perfect person and art style to bring over to Cyberpunk. It's not easy to, I mean, you didn't recreate the whole city. I mean, that's impossible to do that with only 4,000 pieces available to you. But for 4,000 pieces, you created a chunk of the city and intertwined it so beautifully and wrapped that coaster through. Like, we have even trains going through here. I mean, this is phenomenal, truly phenomenal. I love the fact that you have the inversion going right over the lift there. It ties it all together quite nicely. Beautiful sign, looks exactly like the Cyberpunk logo. Oh man, I am so hyped for this game. This just makes me think about it, and then I think about it, and I just want to play it, and then I want to go look up videos about it, and I just want to go on a freaking Cyberpunk binge session. Definitely, as I said earlier, I'm gonna pause it so I can think. Definitely the most anticipated game ever made. I know everybody's got their flavor, got their preference. You know, some people are more excited about the next freaking Candy Crush game. But generally speaking, I would say the majority audience, the average gamer who plays games, is very, very psyched about this. And if we were to do a poll, I would imagine that Cyberpunk would come out as one of the most anticipated games ever made, simply because it's so ambitious. Created by CD Projekt Red, who brought you The Witcher, and they're just such an incredible studio that puts so much time and polish into their games. And I think there's been a drought in the RPG community, or just the gaming scene. You know, everybody was so stoked to play Fallout 4 back in the day, and you know, it didn't live up to certain people's expectations. And then I feel like it was like kind of disappointment after disappointment. And even like the online RPGs that came out, we had Anthem, Fallout 76. You know, it's been rough for gamers, and you know, the list goes on. There's a lot of RPGs that have come out, and very few of them have delivered any sort of attention. And even Borderlands 3, well, it was a RPG, it was a 4-player co-op game, it was great, everyone's still having fun with it, but we plowed through it as a 4-man team, beat the game in about a week, did all the content that there is to do, generally speaking, and we're like, okay, yeah, let's move on. So like that was the one, but I gotta say, it was an amazing experience. So I just feel like there hasn't been a game like since Skyrim that's grabbed people's attention, and I'm hoping that Outer Worlds does that for us, and Cyberpunk is going to be the follow-up to kind of just, it's good that Outer Worlds is coming out first, because it's going to be a great game, I would imagine, but it's not going to hold a candle to what Cyberpunk 2077 is going to deliver. Yeah, I think it's good that Outer Worlds is coming out, because it's going to get the flavors, the juices, the excitement of RPG gaming going again, and then boom, the granddaddy comes out, that is Cyberpunk. So those just a little side tangent. We're not talking about the coaster here today, we're just talking about Cyberpunk, but that's what you get for submitting me a Cyberpunk creation. But you know, I love this creation, you know, I love your art style, Sublines, and you've impressed me with all the Neon coaster as well as Transistor. I mean, you've done an incredible job with these blueprints. You know, you got me hyped and thinking about Cyberpunk again, so thank you for that. Are you guys hyped for Cyberpunk? I know we have a Planet Coaster community here, Planet Zoo, a building community, and I've featured other games in the past, and some people are like checked out for a little bit there, and some of you guys tune into that. Some of us are multi-genre gamers, as such as myself, and some people just like the creative games. What do you guys think down in the comments below? Are you excited for Cyberpunk? Leave your comments down below. And what did you think of Sublime's creation here? Also leave a comment on this. It is a wonderful blueprint. Can't believe you pulled this off with 4K. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. All right, everybody, enough ranting and raving. Let's check out the last creation of the day. La Rue Verde. Created by Neat Melvin, one of our Discord advanced builders and golden patrons. Thank you so much for your support, Neat Melvin. And here he says, "Heyo Johnny, park file and park file and park file. I've finally managed to actually keep a ride under 4K. I was like, what? Was this supposed to be a park file? For this creation, I went for a compact scenic track ride in the new sports car ride that takes you through a peaceful French countryside. The French music from the World's Fair pack would probably fit best for this ride, as it is a French theme. I've never gotten any feedback on my setup guides, so I hope you are able to decipher what I have made on that regard. All right, so let's make sure we got that French music. He says Machina Classica is on here. Well, you've got a song selected, so we're just going to go with what you've got selected here. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to go daytime for this one. We went nighttime for the last two. It's a nice little French scene. I want to see it in all its glory during the daytime. It is a track ride. Kind of weird that we're putting into a coaster spotlight here today, but I didn't really have any other rides, or maybe I did. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So yeah, he said it is the new car, and I actually have not ridden this yet. So a fun little cute creation here today. Let's get on this. Meep, meep. All right, was it me or was the music really quiet on this guy? So my immediate feedback to you is it's too compact. It's a little bit strange, like the door's sunken halfway through the ground. We're bushwhacking it the whole way through, literally the whole way through. And the car didn't have enough room to fit through things. I just found it kind of strange. When we went up the building, like we're inside the building, we're scraping along the sides of the building, cars going through the rooftop there. It's just a little too compact, but you say you struggle trying to get things down to 4K, and we could definitely see that struggle coming through here. You're not going to maybe get it your first time. This is your first time getting away from the park file, and with that, you came into all the struggles of what it actually takes to get a whole scene into 4K. But I think a lot of this could have been avoided by just spreading things out. Spreading things out more does not increase your part count. It might increase the size of the blueprint just ever so slightly. But yeah, if this was just pushed over a bit, this was pushed over a bit, the track had a little bit of room to go around the building, yeah, you're good. So just just a spacing thing. In terms of your scene, it's lovely. It really is lovely. I got a forbidden secret, a hidden desire that I must share with you guys. So at the time of this recording, I'm actually recording this Monday, October 14th. And you guys would be watching this November 1st. So about 3 weeks out. Tomorrow, Arcade Unchained is dropping, and I don't know if anyone here is a fan of Arcade, has ever played it. I played it 5 years ago, and I played it for about 2 months obsessively. So I'm very tempted to get into it. And it's launching tomorrow. It's only $25, so I figured why not. But I'm definitely going to lose myself for a week. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up, it seems like it's a running theme throughout this episode. We're talking about video games here, Cyberpunk and other RPGs. Well, this is an MMORPG, but it's a sandbox. And one of the main things you do in Arcade is you craft these cute-looking houses like this, and you own a farm, and you plant crops just like these crop fields, and it reminds me of Arcade, what you've created here. I had my own little house with all these little crops 5 years ago, and it was quite an amazing thing to grow stuff. And not only do you grow stuff, but you literally can grow trees and then build a boat out of your trees and then go sailing, and then you grow your crops and you put them into packages, you put them on your boat and you sail across the seas. The further you can travel with your boat to a destination that takes in goods, the more money you get for it. But there's real player pirates that will sink your ships, and it's crazy. So hopefully by the time you guys are watching this video, I don't have a serious addiction problem. The intention was to go in there for a week, play as much as I can, try to get land, because there is such a thing as a land rush. You got 5,000 to 10,000 people on a server and probably not enough houses for even a third of them. So if I manage to be one of the people that gets these lovely crop fields with one of these cute little houses, I might just lose myself in this game. But at the time of this recording, Outer Worlds should be out, and I should be playing that as well. And 4 days from now, freaking Planet Zoo drops. There's so many games just bam, bam, shabam, bam in a row that I want to be playing, and that's why I'm trying to get ahead on recordings. That's why this recording is 3 weeks in advance, because I know I'm going to be sitting a week away from Arcade. I'll be sitting a week away for freaking Outer Worlds, and then hopefully I can get back to reality, create some more content, and then jump into Planet Zoo. Holy moly, it's been quite the journey since I've been back to YouTube, you guys. It's just been non-stop. So that's my little side tangent. Again, lots of tangents in this video, but it's good getting it out of my system. Pretty excited for Arcade tomorrow, and this reminds me a lot of it. So if you guys play that game or know what it is, leave your comments down below, and also let Niet Melvin know what you thought of his little track ride here today, as well as the other 2 creators. 3 amazing creations from 3 different builders, a builder, master, and advanced. Really great stuff, you guys. And once again, thank you for your patron support. If you guys want to support the show and get your stuff featured at the beginning of December, links are down in the description below, and you will get a Spotlight Priority Pass submission form, which gets you guaranteed Spotlight priority. So check that out, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. That's going to do it for me here today. If you enjoyed, please be sure to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more daily Planet Coaster content. Thank you guys once again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.